everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to our second episode of what we've now named Brewvies Presents. Bruce and I both turned 30 this month.
Yeah.
And to celebrate that, we decided, why not do 13 going on 30? The amazing Jennifer Garner starring chick flick. So for this beer I chose, I wanted to get something like New York style, but unfortunately in LA we don't really have much access to like New York breweries. So I decided to try to go for something as close as possible. So I went with Goose Island. I know they have like a location where they brew their stuff in New York State, even though they're based in Chicago. And I went on the website and I found this amazing beer, Paper Umbrella. It is an IPA brewed with pineapple and coconut, notes of a pina colada.
Nice.
It's a nice light beer again.
The cans are so cute.
I'm drinking out of my fancy Goose Island glass.
I'm just drinking like from a tall glass because I like a tall glass of beer.
We haven't even started drinking yet.
No. Cheers. Yes. So far I like that, and I'm not a big IPA fan.
Yeah, no, it's hoppy, but not in-your-face hoppy. It doesn't linger the hops, which I appreciate. You can really taste the pineapple here. Coconut's a little harder to detect.
Yeah. They could have gone harder with the coconut.
I do appreciate the pineapple, because I've had some pineapple IPAs before. They might as well just been regular IPAs.
Oh man, we've got glitter already.
Look over here, Gina, right here.
It's Jenna.
I have to say though, why would you care if the photographer gets your name wrong?
Just everything sucks when you're 13,
True,
man. Just everything's terrible.
What's so fun about this movie too, there are 5 actors in this movie who are in Marvel movies.
Really?
Not necessarily Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Oh yeah, there's Captain Marvel right there.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, baby Brie Larson.
And Ashley Benson from Pretty Little Liars is next to her.
Oh, I see it, yeah. Great. This movie came out too when like 80s fashion was making a resurgence too. So it was so much fun to look and see this stuff. This is so cute. It is a little tainted though with revelations of now.
I know. Still a cool dance.
You know how you always wanted a Barbie dream house?
How does she not have a Barbie dream house? Look at that basement.
I know.
Oh, that's kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
Where'd you get some of that wishing dust?
Although I don't know if it was so much wishing dust as it was asbestos.
Perfect for that 80s house you made.
Right? Some lucky guy's gonna go in there and do whatever he wants with you for 7 whole minutes.
Damn!
Whatever he wants.
I forgot how, like, rapey that game is.
Ugh, yeah. Oh, you're such assholes.
They steal her parents' Tupperware.
Bowls and everything, come on.
I do like that outfit, though. Damn it!
I know.
Just let me play you this song, okay? It'll make you feel better.
Oh.
I'm kind of glad she blacked out for that.
I know. Battleship.
I love how it's not just her having to react to her, like, being a 30, but it's also all this, like, new, like, random technology that she has no idea about.
Repeat it. I am Jenna Rink, Big Time Magazine editor.
All her dreams came true.
But did they?
So I feel like a lot of this movie isn't so much a rom-com, it's just like a coming-of-age story.
Yeah, totally.
And she's not necessarily looking right now for her lover or boyfriend, but just her best friend. And I would argue that the upcoming romance is more of friendship.
It's more incidental.
Yeah.
Too. Not so much driving the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's MCU actor number 2. Actually, 3.
Who's this?
Judy Greer.
That's right!
Yeah, Jennifer Garner is actually the only one not MCU. And we have Marvel movie number 5.
Today I woke up and I'm this. And you, I mean, you're that. You get it?
Yeah.
That's a fair reaction.
I want a fluffy pillow!
A fluffy pillow.
That is something that you need when you're on drugs.
And water.
Yeah.
This is where I live now.
Don't sound so bummed about it.
It's literally her dream apartment.
Yeah. This really pairs well with the kettle corn.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, so cute.
It's also so very 2005. Like the spiky hair.
It's still a little bit like late 90s, but
yeah.
It's also departure, but not just age and time, but also like lifestyle too. Like she's in like a totally different like kind of class of people than
She's going from like the Midwest to
Middle class.
well, New Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah,
New
upper
Jersey.
middle class.
You had a nose job?
Yeah, and yours is better.
I'm gonna bring something up with this nose job thing at the end of the movie, by the way.
Making a pina colada?
Pina colada. Hence, paper umbrella.
I like how Judy Greer's made a career out of being like the best friend. I remember years and years ago reading an article about how she was like the perfect best friend for TV or for movies because she's not super threatening. It was like a backhanded compliment. I remember reading the article and I was like, oh.
Would you say this dance is comparable, like, and also like the sweep of it, like culturally, would be comparable to Single Ladies?
I'm just confused at how everybody knows this dance. But I remember even being when I watched this when it came out. I was like, everyone knows his dance. He knows his dance too.
This is definitely like some artistic license. Andy Serkis must have been like really good at this. Because, you know, he just has such great control with his body, you know? Yeah, look at him go!
Yeah. Yeah, so this classic iconography of the rom-com, though, is her dress, the ball, the montage, the shopping, the callback to past films, all classic rom-com stuff.
I like how like they have Lucy in like green stuff, like she's like kind of serpentine.
Jenna, this is Wendy, my fiance.
Oh, awkward. Should have mentioned that.
I do the weather for WWEN in Chicago.
Also appropriate for our beer. Because
I know, it's from Chicago.
I find it interesting too in this movie, like she never makes any comments about her smoking.
No.
In this, like, it's typically like a whole thing of like the little kids, like, smoking's bad for you. You shouldn't do that.
Well, she's from the 80s.
They don't do it in this, but even it was still like it was still seen as bad in the 80s. It definitely wasn't as like it's just still more common, but kids definitely knew it was bad for you. That is, I just love her reaction there. It's so like genuine,
such a, and childlike. Oh, and the chopsticks in the air.
Yes.
Gosh.
Quadruple chopsticks, too.
She's got Lisa Frank!
Yes!
What's wrong, Pookie?
Oh!
Pookie!
What's wrong, Pookie?
That didn't stop us from rattling some desk drawers loose last week.
Last week? Yeah. She just got her shit together within a week? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Darkening of the soul.
Yeah.
Realizing that she's actually a terrible person.
So she goes to an engaged guy?
After breaking up with a married guy. Lisa's not as bad.
Yeah.
Here's like a big rom-com part of it.
Well, it's a female-led film, so there has to be a romance.
Not a nice person. I'm not 13 anymore.
What's great is the part where she like really kind of comes to terms like, I've got to make up for, even if I don't remember doing this stuff, which is like very Grecian, you know?
Their game of Battleship was replaced with the game of life.
Whoa, that's deep. That's interesting. They even had Battleship in the first shot because that Battleship line that she gives with
later
her
on,
boyfriend.
Don't play Battleship.
That was totally improv. So I wonder if they shot that first, and then and then
put it back in.
Inspired the art department, and they put Battleship in there.
Maybe. I like how a lot of things come back.
Yeah,
in this film.
For sure. That would be terrifying as a parent. To see your grown-ass child
Daddy!
hiding in a closet. I think I did read how when Jenna's in her her repentance moment, like her wardrobe gets more and more
lighter and softer.
Yeah.
Whereas her friend goes the opposite.
Yeah, totally.
It gets darker and darker. I mean, you could move away from the fan.
But she enjoys it though.
Get her Beyonce moment.
Now here's the big rom-com montage here. It's kind of cute because she's also kind of reliving her high school years that she forgot.
She changed outfits to match.
Yeah. That's one of those things probably using themselves as like an extra or something. Don't tease her like that though, man.
I know, you're getting married in like a week.
But then you're being like super fucking cute. That's just mean.
You're the sweetest guy I've ever known.
I mean, she's only known like 2.
When watching these bonus features, I thought too, paparazzi were around during this scene.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo wasn't really well known back then. They were like, who's this mystery man with Jennifer Garner? Not realizing it was like a movie shoot. Oh, dude. Like, it's sweet, but god damn it, why?
You're
getting married.
In like a day.
Yeah.
But he's the girl. Or he's the girl that he wanted to marry when he was a kid.
Okay, this is a creepy scene.
A lot of people love this scene. I just don't like it.
It's freaking Michael Jackson, Finding Neverland. Obviously, luckily she's not like doing anything with them, but like in this case, but it definitely harkens to that.
I'm not really a big fan of the cheesy musical number. Like, realistically, kids their age would have wanted music from their time.
Well, realistically, parents wouldn't allow their 13-year-old daughter to be in a 30-year-old's apartment overnight. Look very much softer in style. Mm-hmm. Almost too soft. Like that cardigan kind of washes her out.
Yeah.
This is like 90s versus 80s.
Yeah.
And the green again.
Real women who are smart and pretty and happy to be who they are, these are the women to look up to.
Okay, so it is actually a really good idea.
It's also her realizing like it's not about being popular, the cool, it's about being yourself. And that's what this is all about, is like, let's show people as who they are, not who they should become.
She's about 20 years too early for that movement.
It's true. So true, sadly. No, not 20 years. That's 13-ish, really.
13.
Going on 30.
Oh, man.
I hate this scene so much. Uh-oh. If you were doing corporate espionage, wouldn't you like have more discreet discreet like envelopes?
Jenna's decided to go in a different direction.
You're such a bitch. Look at the lighting difference too, like how it's much softer on Jennifer's and then way harsher on Judy.
In her green office.
Yes.
Sneaky green office.
Sneaky green.
Okay, so this is where I begin to question, well, not begin to question, but where I kind of question whether it's really truly a rom-com or like a coming-of-age story.
Yeah.
Because the romance is so superfluous at this point. Like, you really kind of, I feel like the audience wouldn't necessarily care if she and Mark Ruffalo didn't get together, as long as gets her life back on track.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the more important story that the...
Yeah. Damn.
Look at her using her New Yorker skills that she's learned in the past.
Right.
George Washington Bridge!
She gonna jump off a bridge?
Wow, this really turned dark.
You go break up that wedding, Jenna.
Yes.
Have some fun being a home wrecker.
You can't just turn back time.
Now I have Cher stuck in my head. Great. Aww.
This part's so heartbreaking.
Jedi, I've always loved you.
That crushing sound you just heard was my heart just smashing into pieces.
The magic is happening. The wind is coming.
The wind's gonna blow the wishing dust on her. I was right.
Lucky bitch.
Granted, I've seen this before multiple times, but I totally forgot what happens.
I love that transition. It's so pretty.
I'm gonna go buy some fucking glitter now.
Get the eco-friendly kind though. Especially a little time travel part too there.
Happy 13th birthday to him.
Right? So she got a nose job in that first timeline, right?
Yeah.
So why did she have the same nose in this one?
She hated her nose. But it's funny because
But it's such a wholesome, like, but she's still supposed to be the wholesome character. I mean, not that getting plastic surgery isn't wholesome, but it is seen as like that, especially back in 2005, you know.
I like the transitions in this movie, though.
Yeah, totally.
As hippie as I am that they live in that house again, it would have been cool if she worked for Pose again.
Poise.
Yeah, Poise. Yeah. No. Sorry, wrong fake magazine.
Maybe she did. I mean,
women can only have one dream.
Well, no, to be fair, though, yeah, she got all that studying in when she was in her 30s before the flashback. She may have already had all that knowledge already, and also the foresight of the future, that she could have worked her way up.
That's true, and now she's retired.
So, Marissa, what did you think of this movie?
It was better than I remembered. I'm glad we watched it again, because it was more fun, I think, to go, because I feel like when I saw it, I was like around that age, and you hate everything. And now you can go back and just enjoy things. What about you?
Yeah, no, it was really fun. I forgot, like, Mark Ruffalo, how he looked back in that day. I like an aged man, you know? But Mark Ruffalo looked pretty good younger, I gotta say.
But I remember part of his appeal at the time was that he didn't look like other leading men in this, like, men were very crisp and
very trim, and metrosexuality was a huge thing at that time, and he's got that, he kind of brings back that grungy, and I loved Andy Serkis's role in this. It's so great. So one of those like lesser known roles, like this is just a fun movie to see him in, because it's just not one of his usual castings.
What do you think? Would you call this more of a rom-com or more of like a coming of age?
Definitely coming of age for sure, because she's not just, out to get the guy. Like, getting the guy is like part of her overall, encompassing dream, but it's also getting the apartment, getting the lifestyle, like just getting to the point where you have everything. Yeah. It's not specifically about the guy. Yeah. So that's where it's like, it is more of a chick flick and not a rom-com.
Yeah, I would agree. And actually, I think part of the reasons why maybe we don't like rom-coms so much, but maybe back then we did, is I was reading. So, rom-coms had these little subgenres of rom-coms that they go through trends throughout the years. But from the late 80s until like around just after the mid-2000s, it was all the same theme. It was the same trend. So you had over 20 years of the same formulaic movie.
Exactly.
People just got fatigued.
Yeah.
So even if you love rom-coms, it's like, okay, well, we know.
Well, and also like rom-coms too in general, like the storyline is so unrelatable. Like no actual love story happens like that. Whereas a movie like this, where it's like people can relate more to like, how would my younger self view my current self?
Yeah, and would they be happy with it?
Yeah, and if not, like, what can I do to amend that? And obviously not everyone does that, probably most people don't, but the world would be a better place if they did.
It's a good thing to think about.
It is.
Would my younger self like me?
Yeah, unless your younger self was like angsty, hating the world, then no.
Yeah. My younger self would be so disappointed that I don't live in a giant mansion. So I think there's...
My younger self would be disappointed in me in random, very different ways. But again, to be fair, my goals have shifted since I've grown.
Yeah. I no longer need to marry a boy band member. That's okay. We can let that go.
I no longer need to marry, period. And that's just a huge weight off my shoulders, let's be honest. I love this beer with this movie. And the can even like just matches the aesthetic of the movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, the flavor itself too is sweet, goes along with the pina coladas that Jenna drinks in the movie.
You could totally put this beer in a fancy glass with a paper umbrella and it would feel comfortable and you would feel happy. They just go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And by the way, like you said, it goes great with kettle corn.
It does go great with the kettle corn we had. And I do not regret that at all. Well, that wraps up another episode of Brewvies Presents. Let us know what you'd like us to watch or drink in the comments below. Thanks guys again for watching.
See you next time.